The episode begins with Biggs heading over to a pond, summoning a monster named Shadow Serpent. He asks him to destroy the Rangers. The monster replies that he must wait for the sun to come out so everyone's shadows become available. As soon as it does, Shadow Serpent gets to work, gobbling up people's shadows, freezing them in place. A boy gets worried when he sees his parents frozen in place, but didn't see the culprit. Robo Knight appears at the scene, assuring the boy that everything will be okay. The other Rangers arrive as well, and they, along with Robo Knight, manage to find Shadow Serpent. They begin fighting, with Shadow Serpent getting the upper hand. Robo Knight warns the Rangers not to leave the shade, so he can't steal their shadows. As the fight progresses, Robo Knight prepares to use a weapon on Shadow Serpent, but Troy gets in the way. The clouds cover up the sun, so Shadow Serpent sees himself out. When the Rangers demorph, Robo Knight begins telling Troy that if it weren't for him, he would have destroyed the monster before leaving to find him. They privately tell each other that the robot needs to learn the meaning of teamwork. Brack and Bluefur are then seen conversing among each other, saying that despite Shadow Serpent's strength, the Rangers are clever and must do everything possible to destroy them. When Robo Knight is on a building looking for Shadow Serpent, Troy comes up to him and encourages him to work with them before leaving. Robo Knight thinks about it overnight, but remains firm that he works alone. Meanwhile, Brack, Biggs, and Bluefur are warning Shadow Serpent to be cautious the next time he fights the Rangers and not be overconfident. When Shadow Serpent shows up, the Rangers and Robo Knight appear to stop him. The Rangers use their powers to cover up the sun, but the monster easily blasts it all away. They continue fighting, but he manages to overpower them. It wasn't a complete loss, however, because Robo Knight learns that teamwork really makes the dream work and decides the Rangers are right. With his help, they finally destroy them before Brack sends the Zombits to enlarge him. The Rangers and Robo Knight form the Gasei Great Megazord and Gasei Grand Megazord to fight Shadow Serpent, but he disengages them. Robo Knight then tells the Rangers to combine with him to form one powerful Megazord. They do so, forming the Gasei Great Grand Megazord to defeat Shadow Serpent. Everyone returns to normal.